Yo, what up? Welcome back to another video. And yeah, this video was supposed to be like 3 other things. I have a whole bunch of other projects in the works, but they all got pushed aside once I received this from a friend. You may know her, you may not know her. She's a friend of mine, famous for being cool, being the 4th Google result when you search for Linux on the PS3. You should go read this blog post, by the way. It's a pretty good blog post and jumping off point for running Linux on the PS3. Also, if you know what this laptop is, ignore it. This is spoilers for a future video. It doesn't exist. Nope, not anymore. Anyway, so this is a Dell Latitude XT3. It is a laptop, obviously, from the Sandy Bridge era. You can tell because it looks pretty much exactly like a whole bunch of other laptops Dell was making. I have an E6420 that looks pretty much exactly like this. But this laptop is different. You can take the screen, twist it 180 degrees, and push it down. And then it becomes a tablet. It's not very tablet-y to most people, because, like, it's pretty thick. But, like, tablet PCs have always been fascinating to me, so now that I have one, it's really cool. These were being sold at bulk somewhere that she saw for $25 each, with the caveat of no hard drive, which makes sense, no stylus. I don't know where the stylus went. I mean, there's a dedicated stylus hole for it, so I don't know how you lose the stylus. Oh, and also the battery is completely dead. Like, this one is so dead, the BIOS doesn't even detect it. In terms of specifications, this has a Core i5, a 2nd gen Core i5, not that bad. I think it's 8 gigabytes of RAM, Intel HD Graphics 3000, and I just put a 500 gigabyte hard drive in here. It's nothing too fancy, but it's still pretty neat. So, before we get to the main event of this, which is macOS on a tablet, we're going to go over some of the basic stuff you can do in Windows, because I have all of the fancy Dell drivers for tablet mode installed. So I'm going to go get this set up on a table so it can stop sitting on the floor, and we'll be right back. Alright, as you can see, we are now on the desktop. We've booted Windows 7. Hang on. As you could probably tell from down here, there's no battery detected, and also, hang on, there we go. The orange battery indicator is just flashing like crazy, which means, yeah, the battery's completely dead. But from here, I can show you this, probably. Yeah, so, as I said, we got the Sandy Bridge i5 2520M, 2.5 gigahertz, 8 gigabytes of RAM. This is running Windows 7 64-bit, Latitude XT3. Now, as you might have just saw, yeah, the touchscreen's already working. So I can just tap the screen, I can tap and hold, and you get the circle, which brings up the context menu. Now I can also go play a game, like Solitaire. Let me zoom in on that a little bit. The camera's a little further away than usual for reasons you'll see in a second, but yeah, so let me fix Solitaire really fast. So as you can see, I can just click the card, drag it right there. What the fuck? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna play a whole... Oh, dang it, hang on. Let me get that other ace, which is, right there. And I can do this, and, that. There. As you can see, Solitaire. And then this extends to a whole lot of other stuff, like I can open, I think Paint is on here. Where is Paint? Here it is, Paint. And I can just be like, hi. Very cool, right? Well, that's not the entire appeal of this thing. If we simply take the screen, hang on, there's a keyboard in the way. If we take the screen and twist it all the way around and then down, then it's a tablet, except it's upside down. So annoyingly, there's no option to flip this 180 degrees. The only options you have by pressing the, this button are, this way, or the other way, and back to default. So for this demonstration, we'll just use it like this. There. Tablet. So I guess if you want to do like data collection or something with this, you could just hold it and be like, yeah, tablet. And there's also volume buttons, and I think I've read online this has pressure sensitivity with the pen. I don't have the pen yet though. They're not super expensive, so I'll probably make a follow-up video to that once I get that. So let me close out of Paint and then untablet my computer, which is you undo the hinge and you twist it this way, and bada bing, bada boom, it is a laptop again. Anyway, let's go ahead and get macOS booted on here. So we're going to shut down, and I'll see you at the bootloader screen. As you can see here, I've set up Refined mostly for, just for convenience reasons. So we have macOS set up here for the OpenCore bootloader. And I would never usually bother with setting up graphics like this, so I have to again thank Lily, the person who gave me this laptop, for giving me their config file, because I couldn't get Mavericks to boot on here reliably. So I got it to boot once, and then I just get infinite ACPI errors. So I got it going now, so we can just tell it to boot Mavericks, and there we go. No errors. I just got done fixing, I think my configuration file got corrupted when I was moving it from the USB that I installed from to here, or just corrupted somehow, because I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out why the network texts wouldn't load, because I have terrible luck with Mavericks Ethernet text for some reason. It just like always says like, oh, I can't inject this, you freaking idiot. Alright, let me just type my password. And here we go. Here is the Mavericks desktop. The only caveat, because I don't have the stylus, the touchscreen is super wonky, so I won't really be able to do much. But I can at least show the fact that it can become a tablet that runs macOS. So let me just pull this forward, rotate. Ugh, is that leaving crap on my table? That's disgusting. Anyway, tablet. It will not rotate, unlike Windows, because it has no drivers. Yes, tablet. And you can see the touch screen mostly works, but with a finger, it just clicks and stays clicked. I need the stylus, which, again, I'll make a follow-up video when I get the stylus. Yes, it's macOS on a tablet. That's so cool. I've always run macOS on a couple of different things that have touchscreens on them, but most touchscreen laptops are really annoying, like how this is before you fold it into a tablet. But this is like actually cool. I'd want to use get the pen and then maybe mess around with some like macOS applications that could utilize the touchscreen. That's pretty much it. This is a short video. I just wanted to make a video about how friggin' cool this thing is, because it's a tablet that runs macOS. That's so damn neat. Hang on, I'm gonna twist it the other way. There we go. Ew, that is leaving crap on my table. Ugh, what the fucking hell? I think the feet are deteriorating. That's gross. I'll have to clean that up after the shoot. Nasty. I will also say, everything works on here. Oh, right, I forgot. Everything is just fucked. Okay, we're back after the reboot. I will say, the only thing hardware-wise, I've changed about this, besides adding the hard drive, was I replaced the Wi-Fi card for a Intel one that I got from a dead laptop. Which you might be saying, why the fuck would you put a Intel Wi-Fi card in something that it runs macOS? Well, there's an open source Intel wireless driver for macOS, which is really helpful because finding the exact Broadcom chipset you need for macOS to work with is like impossible. Anyway, here's the internet. It works. Shut up, Wikipedia. The internet works. You can go browse the internet. The sound also works, I believe. I think these graphical artifacts are just because Sandy Bridge sucks. Shut up. It's fine. I think I have Anne's song on here. No thanks. Yeah, right here. I have. Let me turn it down. This is probably gonna be loud as hell. The audio works. As you can hear, this is just some music I listen to whenever I'm doing stuff. Yeah, that's enough of that. Yeah, so it pretty much fully works besides the occasional graphical artifacts, and there's no actual Wi-Fi selector. You have to put in the Wi-Fi name and password yourself by editing a text file, but it's not that bad. Overall, though, I really like this tablet PC thing. Once I get this stylus, I feel like I'm going to have way more fun with it. I just wanted to make a quick video, because this thing is cool as hell. I really like it, and you should know it exists, and that it's also cool as hell. So, thanks for watching. Who knows when the next upload will be at this rate, but see you later.